So I just filmed a video showing this look. I used Colourpop Cosmetics, which is an independent brand in LA. I talk about it a little bit more in my video, and it's they're amazing. They're like cream to powder shadows, and so I created this look using all of, mostly, I think I used one NYX shadow, but all Colourpop. And I have 2 lip options. This is the nude option, but I also show another one in the video. So if you want to learn how to get this look, then go ahead and keep watching. Thanks! So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my makeup to this side of my face. I obviously already did this side, and you know, I have foundation, eyebrows, you know, and then concealer, powder, and I already put my brow highlight color here, which is this NYX color in, it's a Diamond Dust in, is Diamond Dust the color? Well, anyway, it's kind of a shimmery white color here. So that's what I have up under my brow. I'm gonna go ahead and use Colourpop Cosmetics. Now, if you guys haven't heard of Colourpop, it's an amazing independent brand. Their shadows are just creamy. They're this really, really cool consistency. So this is the color Desert. I'll be using this as a transition color under my brow. But it's like this cream, when you touch it, it's like this creamy consistency, but it's a powder. But when you apply it, it doesn't slip around like a cream. It applies like a powder. So you know, when you put it on, it's just, you'll see how well it blends. So I'm going to use this kind of dense. They work with denser brushes or your finger. It's recommended on the packaging that you use your finger, and there's no fallout. You don't need to tap off your brush or anything. So you just dip it in, and I'm going to go ahead and use this as my transition color and just place it, you know, there under the brow. And this is the color Desert, which is a matte kind of camel color, and I use it every time. I would say any look I do with Colourpop, I use this. Pot for this purpose because it's just like the perfect, but see how it just blends on amazingly. So then on my lid, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this color called So Quiche, which is, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see how amazing. It's this purple, it's a taupe with purple iridescent glitter or glittery shimmer in it, and it's just beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that with my finger to the lid because that's the best way. So you just, you know, get it on your finger there and just pat it on. And it's awesome because it just, when you turn your head and stuff, you can just see the iridescent glitter. So it really comes across in person. I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera. So that's for the lid color. And then for the crease color, which is this purpley color here that I added, it's called Hustle, which I love it. It's one of my favorites from them. It's just a matte purpley burgundy brown color. I'm gonna take, again, a pretty dense little brush and dip it in there and look down into my mirror so I could see my crease and just apply the color kind of on the lid a little bit too. Just see. So I'm just placing the color. I'll blend it once I lift my head up and can see like properly from that angle. But so there, I just placed the color. I'm gonna go back with my blender brush and just blend it in there. And it's just, you know, blends out really nice. It's just amazing. And these Colourpops, they're good quality. They're $5 each, which I don't think I mentioned, but that's pretty much unsurpassed, I would say, in any really good quality makeup. So you can only get it online, and it's Colourpop spelled like the British way, like C-O-L-O-U-R, not the American way to spell color. I'll try to put a link down below for them. And everything, I went kind of crazy. Like I bought a few just to kind of see, you know, oh, do I like this? You know, how are they? And then I loved them, so I went kind of crazy, and I'll show you how many I have. So I have the ones that I'm using, and then I also have this whole thing, and they're $5 each. I have amassed that collection over months and months. I didn't just go crazy and buy them all, you know, at once. And because they're just, I tried a few and they were just so awesome that I decided I wanted to keep getting them. And I actually got one of the holiday sets. I think I got a box of, maybe I got not a box of chocolates, the holiday set. So that's the shadow. That's it. It's pretty much the whole look. There's one more shadow I'm just going to put up here in the corner, but I'm going to apply Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the color Empire, which is, it looks like a really dark black, you know, or on your hand, but it's actually a really like a dark matte purple. So I'm going to go ahead and tight line my eye with that. And again, tight lining looks rough when you're looking at someone else doing it, but it doesn't feel bad at all. And then also just put a little bit up on the upper lash line. I'm not going for like a super intense shadow look today, just to, you know, darken my lashes. And then I'm going to put it on the bottom waterline also. And the goal is just to kind of cover up any skin tone flesh coat showing through there. So then I'm going to go back in with the same brush, the same flat brush that I used the color Hustle on, which again is that purpley burgundy-ish color, and just go ahead and smudge it along the lash line, you know, top and bottom, just kind of smudge that out so it's not so stark, just because it wasn't exactly a straight line, so you don't want it to be so obvious. And so you just kind of smudge it there under. And then I'm going to go into my blender, my fluffy blender again, and just kind of blend that out with that color Desert underneath there. So then go ahead, I already curled my lashes because I did them at the same time, and go ahead and apply your mascara, bottom first again. You have to try to remember that. Bottom first, so that when you do this to put your top ones on, or, you know, when you tilt your head, it doesn't stamp all of the mascara you just put on up here, and then, you know, that makes a big old mess. But a trick, if you do get mascara somewhere where you don't want it, happens all the time, right? You wait. It's real tempting just to smudge it off, to be like, oh, let me clean it off. Right now, this second, I have to get it off. Just relax, let it sit there for a minute, 5 minutes, until it's completely dried, and then brush it, like fluff it off with a spoolie, or, you know, if you don't have a spoolie, with a Q-tip or something, and it'll just fluff right off, and it won't, you know, create that bald patch within your makeup. So that's the shadow look with Colourpop, with the Colourpop, and I used 3 colors, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply just in the inner corner. I have a lot of darkness like in this area here, so I'm going to go ahead and apply this color called Girly, which is, it looks white, but it's actually this it has like a pearlescence, like orangey pearlescence to it, kind of pinky orangey. It's a really awesome color. You know, that's the thing about Colourpop too, is their colors are really unique. I mean, a lot of them have glitter and this pearlescence to them, and I think that they're able to create that formula because of the cream formula. So I'm just taking a, you know, a pretty dense, hard brush. This brush is rough. I don't like to use it on other people. I tried to use it once on my sister, and she complained that it was that it hurt her. So anyways, that's the finished eye look. And I'm going to go ahead and do my cheek on this side just to match it and show you guys just how I do that. So what I take is, if you're really fair skinned like I am, and you want kind of a bronze but not something so dark and intense, the ambient lighting powders from Hourglass, which are these, and in dim light, which looks like, you know, just like a pale, really pale color, and it is. But for fair-skinned girls, you know, sometimes you just don't want to have that whole crazy bronze. So I'm just taking a dense kind of domed brush and just gonna, you know, bronze my face a little bit on that side. And it just adds a little color, so it's not crazy. I'm not doing like a contour. I'm just adding a little warmth to my face. And you know, this color would be good as like a setting powder for someone with medium skin, and then maybe a highlighter for someone with deeper skin. So, you know, these powders are phenomenal. They remind me of donuts. I've never heard anyone else say that, but for some reason the smell reminds me of donuts. And every time I smell them, I'm like, Dunkin' Donuts, which I don't think we have here in California anymore, which is pretty lame. But that's a whole nother story. So, you know, just added some color. And then for my blush today, I used Breath of Plum from MAC, and it's this matte kind of, you know, plum color. And I'm using a matte color because I have so much shimmer on my eyes. I didn't want to add shimmer, you know, it is daytime. I didn't want to add so much shimmer to my face. So I'm just taking kind of an angled blush brush. And the way I like to apply my blush is up a little bit higher. Like I actually went to the MAC store once, and I think it was when I bought this, and I asked her to, you know, you can try on anything you want to buy. And she was like, smile. And then she went like this, like straight on. So I look like, you know, Raggedy Ann or something. It was not, I was like, dude, you're a makeup artist. What are you doing? I had to go and fix it. Anyways, that's a whole nother story. It was awful. And then I had to walk around all day with it. And I'm like, really? What the hell's wrong with you? So anyways, I like to start back a little bit and kind of, you know, you're adding warmth, you're adding color, and you know, you like to lift your face. The whole goal is everything you want to lift it up. So a little bit like that. I like to swirl it around. I find that's the best method. Is just not to, like, you know, brush it, but swirl it around, and then that adds the color, and then just, you know, add a little bit warmth. And so then I'm going to add a highlight. So I'm going to use the ambient lighting powder in the color Ethereal Light, and it looks like a straight up white, and it is, but it's matte, but it's maybe more of a satin. I don't know. It's not shimmery. So you can use it as a setting powder or highlight, but I'm just gonna put it there on my cheekbones, and I already have it on this side, and it gives your face like just a little bit of a highlight, but it's more of a daytime friendly highlight, or a, you know, neutral friendly, like not so glittery, not neutral friendly, but like not so glittery highlight. So if you don't want to have a, you know, glitter on your face. And the really great thing about this in particular highlighter, but other highlighters too, is that if you go too crazy on your blush and you just can't blend it down, if you put a highlight on, it'll blend in your blush and kind of lighten it up a bit. And then if, you know, for example, like my blush kind of got washed out by it, you just go back in. I don't necessarily put any more product on, but just go back in and liven up your blush, and then that creates, you know, so that's with all three of those powders there, the blush, the highlighter, and then the little bit of the bronzer color that I use. So that's my face and my eyes finished look. And I'm actually going to go ahead and add some Perversion, the Urban Decay Perversion. I have this in a sample size, and I'm going to go ahead, I already added it on this side, so I'm going to go ahead and add a layer. I like to put that over the Clump Crusher, because the Clump Crusher is an awesome separating thing, you know, mascara, and I like to use it as a kind of a base. And then I go in with this Perversion. You can see the brush is like this fat, not natural, but it's not rubber, fiber, and it just like makes it more voluminous. So I use the Clump Crusher to separate, and then the Perversion to add volume. I'm gonna go ahead and use, I think I'm gonna use this, I just got this. It's, I have other ones, but the Soft Matte Lip Creams from NYX, I love them. They're really cool. They're really good. And I just wanted to add some, it's kind of a rosy color. Here, I'll go ahead and swatch it for you. It's kind of like a rose color, pink. Anyways, another thing with the Colourpop is because they are so creamy, I really like, it says to keep them tight because they'll dry out. They're, you know, gel kind of formula, so you don't want them to dry out. And I haven't had one dry out on me yet, but actually sometimes I tighten them so much that I can't get them off later. NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and, you know, I was thinking maybe Max Beat. So I always do this. I swatch the lip and then the pencil right next to it just to see if they match. And it looks like they match pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and put this Beat, Max Beat, which I got this years ago, actually. I worked with some girl, and she had a lot of makeup, and I guess she didn't like this color. She hated it, and she said, oh, you can have it. And she gave me a brand new full-size lip pencil, and, you know, at the time, I didn't really like it either, and I thought, whatever, and I kept it because it's MAC, and, you know, as I mentioned, I can tend to hoard makeup, and I didn't want to get rid of it. And now, I mean, I've used it down. I mean, it's, you know, not a full size anymore, as you can see from sharpening. I use it all the time. It goes with so many colors, and I will definitely be repurchasing it. I would say it's almost one of my most used MAC lip liners. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, put this on. You can see it matches really well. And so these these lip creams, if you're not familiar, are, they apply with a doe foot applicator. And they're basically liquid lipsticks. So you put them on and they feel really soft and creamy, and then they dry down on a matte. And the thing about mattes is they can dry your mouth out, you know, dry your lips out, but they're soft matte lip creams. So they're, you know, they're soft. They're not like a hard consistency, which they don't dry. They always have a little bit of slip to them. They don't dry down to a color that's, you know, so dry that you can't, like, I've, you know, some other ones that they stay all day, but when you want to take them off, like, you basically have to take lotion or soap or something to get them off. So these ones are a little bit, you know, slipperier. So that's the color Prague, the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. This wouldn't be the color that everyone would like, but I think I'll actually wear this one. I'm usually the most made up one anywhere I go, so I'm used to it. I'm used to people staring at me and being like, who's this bitch? Who she thinks she is? That's okay. I'm okay with that. So, Too Faced melted lipsticks are awesome. They're basically, if you took a lipstick and melted it down, this would be what you get. So I have a bunch of them, but this is a new color that just came out. This is MAC's Lip Liner in Subculture, which is a super, like, as you can see, a super light nude pink. It's good. It's like the perfect nude. Well, for me, I realize nude means something different for everyone else, but when you're ghostly, it's a pretty good color. Oh, this is, you know, Sugar by, so it's like a really, see, super nude for me color. I don't know that it would look good on other skin tones. I feel like it would wash them out. You know, it's really hard to talk and put lipstick on. There we go. See, it's like a super nude. Very, very light. And that's a color more, you know, some people might be more comfortable with. Just trying to blend this together here so I don't have a line, such a stark line on the outside. And that's the whole look. So I hope if you like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting up more tutorials, and I have weight loss videos and some other randoms, just basically talking about anything that I think is interesting, and hopefully someone out there thinks it's interesting too. Okay, thanks for watching.